What is up, heroes? Welcome back to yet another episode of Heroes of the Storm Beginner's Guide. Today we're going to be going over one of the most potent and, in my opinion, the best strictly range assassin in the game. This is Valla. Absolutely, probably my most played hero in the game, and we're going to go over a beginner's build for her. And don't forget to leave a like rating if you do enjoy, subscribe if you want to see some more Heroes of the Storm. I have a bunch of beginners guides and we'll be coming out with one for every single hero. So with that said, let's hop into a game. I'll show you the build.
I stand ready.
Okay guys, we find ourselves on the map Blackheart's Bay. Now usually I like to take the middle lane on this map, specifically with Valla, because she does have pretty good early teamfight potential. We can do a lot of zoning out when the coins come up over here, and we can really help in zoning out the enemies. So we're going to be going for sort of a multi-shot based build. So with that said, we're going to be taking composite arrows for the first talent, which increase the range of multi-shot, which is our W, by 20%. So our Q, a hungry arrow, does damage to the first target. It splits up to 2, and they each do half damage and 2 extra kind of little bolts. And we have E Vault. It's just a little dash in target area, good for escaping. That's mainly what it's used for. We can't use it to initiate. We also have Hatred, which we could stack with basic attacks, and when we gave bonus attack speed and movement speed when we do stack that up. So pretty good overall. We are super squishy early on. So even despite the fact that we are a good early team fighter, we do have a 4v3 right here. So we really want to push as much as possible. Okay, there's the Zagara. So now it is a 4v4. Sorry for that lag, guys. I don't know. It always happens at the beginning of the game, but it usually goes away pretty quickly. So we lost that. Don't die over that. We lost that shrine, and a lot of people, they keep fighting over it. After you lose that shrine, if you do lose it, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world. Definitely not worth a death, and it's just not worth dying over. So with that said, we're going to use our W volley to continuously clear the creep from Zagara, because that can give them a ton of vision and map awareness that we really don't want them to have. We want to avoid if possible. And yeah, so we're going to focus down anyone in range. A lot of people say, oh, don't focus the tank, but that's really not the case. It's don't focus the tank when there's other better targets in range. But if the tank is the only target in range, feel free to focus the tank. Go for it. That's, ideal. And yeah, so it looks like, Joanna with a nice pull, a nice taunt into us. So we're going to head over to assist this Asmodan with not only turning in, but preventing this Nubarak from turning in. He already used his burrow, so now he's pretty much going to be fair game. Now this is one of the very few times when I suggest you use volley offense. Looks like the enemy Asmodan. So we have an enemy Asmodan and an enemy Valla. Now I'm going to sit around 1 second, see if this Asmodan is willing to turn in. If he is, we can spend some time zoning out, but he's not. So we're going to head back to the middle lane to continue soaking and continue this slight level advantage that we have amassed thus far. Now I have my volley ready to go. Ideally, I'd like to hit 2 targets with the volley. We hit the creep and some minions or enemy hero if possible. Not always possible. When you can, it's worth it. You spend less mana to get just kind of a 2-for-1 deal. So with that said, we're just going to be focusing down these minions. It looks like Jaina switching back and forth, undecided as to where she wants to go, but Nubarak being super aggressive this game, so that might work to our advantage. It really might. So looks like this Valla is coming here, and she is out of position, so we're going to try to do some damage on her, but she's going to vault away. And for our next talent, we're going to be taking Arsenal, which allows our multi-shot to launch some grenades along with the regular basic multi-shot. So just do a little bit extra damage with that. Since we are going for a multi-shot based build, it's very useful. We just toss it out. You see that it launches them after, and they do quite a bit of damage added up. So we are going to grab some health from the Fountain of Youth and head back over here. These promoted minions from Asmodan, an absolute pain to take down, so we're going to focus them first because it could really mess up our day. It looks like there is some weird action going on here near the shrine. We're going to head over here to see if we can potentially secure a kill or something from our team, plus Jaina. A ton of damage coming out between the two of us, and then going to head back to lane to continue soaking. Now Zagara has pretty much no mobility except for when she does run on... Is Zagara a guy or a girl? I actually don't know. I think it's a girl, but anyway. Except for when she does run on the creep. So if she doesn't have creep down, it's very hard for her to escape ganks, especially if that top lane is super wide. That lane is super dangerous unless you have some skill such as vault or something to escape. Now, we are going to try our best to zone them out here. However, it's not going to be possible as they do have a 3v2 situation, plus an Anubarak who's absolutely beastly at securing targets and is super tanky. So that's going to be super difficult. Ideally, our team from the top would have came down to help coins, guys, but that wasn't the case, so we have to do with what we got. So I'm going to alert my team to back off because I'm not currently there, so they're going to be in a pretty disadvantageous position if they do fight. For our next attack, we have a couple of options, but specifically we're going to be taking searing attacks specifically for this game because they do have quite a lot of squishy targets, so this means we're going to potentially be able to burst them down very, very quickly. We activate it, we deal increased bonus damage for a short amount of time. Let's see, now a good time to pop it. It looks like now's a good time to pop it. One more shot on the Lily, and Lily is dead. Zagara, wow. Wow, that was an extremely aggressive Zagara. What the heck are you doing there, pal? All right. Oh! Don't forget to macro, guys, or micro, rather. While you're moving with Valla, you can always, click, move, click, attack, move, click, attack, move, and you can really follow them down and kind of in between the time between attacks, you can spend that time moving to get a head up on your opponent and be where they're going to be before they get there. So it's just really cool little tip. I'm sure a lot of you guys know this if you played like League of Legends before, but this is a beginner's guide, so I'm basically treating this as if you've never played this game or just any MOBA before. So yeah, for you super noobs out there, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that because even I have been playing League of Legends since closed beta, so that's where my experience comes from, and I've been playing a ton of this game as well, obviously. But I just put the time in. It was a lot of head banging against the wall, a lot of frustration, and it was bad for a while, but it was always fun, and that's the thing. So I made this for basically the people who. These are the kinds of guys I would enjoy in League of Legends when I started. So this is who these are aimed at. And with that said, we have our Joanna pushing pretty heavily, getting a nice pull, but not able to follow up too much on the enemies Zagara and Valla. Gonna back off here, even though our team is taking a lot of damage. I'm gonna head to the middle lane to continue soaking and to actually get a hopefully level 10 soon. So I'm going to keep our Lily, or the enemy Lily, zoned out because she is attempting to do something against my Joanna. I do not appreciate that. You better stay away from my teammate, buddy. You better stay away, guy. And it looks like she is getting extremely focused down. This is extremely dangerous. Like I said, we are very, very squishy, so I'm going to stay at range, stay at bay, and they are going to push forward. So we did hit level 10. Going to pick up Strafe, which basically we use it, and it channels, and it spins around. We deal a ton of damage with our arrows, and it's pretty ridiculous if we don't get interrupted. That is the problem. If you get interrupted with hard CC while this happens, it cancels it and will not be working anymore. So we should be initiating now. We do have the level 10 advantage. So now is the time that we should be initiating. However, it looks like my team's kind of iffy on that. I'm sitting back as I am the assassin, as is Jaina, but we're both the squishy targets that really want to make sure we don't die. We want to make sure we stay alive. They just hit level 10, and so we kind of lost our opportunity. We could still potentially fight, but not going to be as strong as if we fight them from level 10 to level 9. But anyway, it looks like that happens sometimes. You can't always expect people to make, quote-unquote, the best decision at every time. But there we go. We're going to just push this lane out. We do have still a level advantage, so not bad. Hopefully we get to level 13 before them, which is the next tier of talents. Basically, anytime you have a tier of talents and your opponents don't is when you want to, try to fight. And we do have enough to turn in, I believe, unless my math is terrible. No, 7, 10, 11. We need one more to turn in, so I'm going to ping that just to let them know, hey, guys, we need one more to turn in. And they just got that. Merc camp, not the best for us, but we could potentially come behind these guys over here and get a nice little kill. They are the tankiest of the bunch, but we do have quite a few people over here. So I'm going to... Uh-oh. Okay, well, Asmodan caught out of position pretty well, so it looks like we're going to be able to get a free kill on him. Now we can really push our lead and go for these coins, which is absolutely what we should be doing. I should not be leading the charge as Valla, but I really want to keep them away from this if possible. They are going to escape with his burrow, and smart move on their part, although I'm just not happy because they are the ones who got the coins, and we didn't, so it kind of sucked, but it's all good. We're going to, let's hang around here for a second and defend this, as they might actually be turning in. They did get both the top and the coins to turn in. So was that worth it? It's hard to say, but I'm going to get out of the way here as my team is getting focused down. So I'm going to be forced to retreat. I have no more mana, so I'm going to see if my Fountain of Youth is up to see if we could potentially head back over there to assist with my team, who did an amazing job of somehow getting revenge on me. I'm not even sure how that turned out so well, but apparently it did. So while they're doing that, it looks like they're having an absolute fine time pushing that down. So I'm just going to continue pushing down this lane here as we were able to secure the cannons, and good job to my team here. So I'm just going to push this down. You hear my thunder keys getting searing attacks these structures down, do a lot of damage. So that's super good for that, or enemies, it doesn't matter, just anybody, and just does a ton of damage. So we're going to get back here because most likely we will not be able to finish off that fortress, so I'm not even going to bother. But yeah, so we're going to take Frost Shot, slows enemies for this next talent over here, and we're going to head over to this camp here, looking at the Fountain of Youth. Even though I just took it, I'm still thirsty, so I want to see if I'd be able to get it here. But going to Searing Attack because we're about to go back for some mana after this. Just going to help him with this as much as possible, throw out everything we possibly have, and just auto attack. Now, when attacking a still target, you don't want to waste time actually microing, because you could miss out on some potential time that you could be, you know, auto-attacking, dealing some extra damage if you're microing unnecessarily. Now, microing when there's a reason to is super good. Now, fighting when there's no reason to is super bad, because it is currently a 5v4 as I just backed off. So I'm going to head over to the top. We haven't gotten a chance to use our strafe yet because we just haven't, and we still have it up. However, it looks like our team is initiating pretty heavily, although I don't really see a opening. I did approach from the wrong side, so we're going to head back to defend this over here as my team is having, it looks like they're having a little bit of trouble defending, but we're just going to have to sit back and see how well we can do with defend. Now, we want to watch out. We want to avoid everything like that. The Zagara's Maw. We want to avoid Nubarak's Q, which is on a very short cooldown. All these things can cancel our heroic ability strafe. So with that said, was it the best decision? Maybe not necessarily, because they do have such hard CC, but it was a decision that I made, and yeah, I'm going to stick with it. Not too bad. So we are getting quite a lot of damage on their tank. Not the best decision once again, but oh, the tank very low. Zagara getting a lot of damage out on us in general, but okay, looks like Joanna is wishing to initiate here, so we're going to follow up, but we are taking damage. We are a little bit exposed. Going to fall back for my melee to follow through. Going to throw out a multi-shot. Okay, that was an extremely weird heal from Rhaegar. I don't know what the heck that was, but there we go. We're going to vault into them aggressively and follow through with that. Now we can push as we do have an advantage. We have a couple of options. We have the level 16 advantage. First of all, we're going to take Blood for Blood. We could have also taken Executioner there. Would have been a great choice, actually, as we are slowing people with our multi-shot, and probably that is probably the talent we should have taken, but I did make a mistake. But either way, Blood for Blood still very good and very useful in its own right, because they do have a lot of assassins that can burst us down super quick. So we're going to turn in, and with that said, I'm going to actually get this camp here, because we are going to get that without me, with or without me. I don't know if we're going to have enough, but either way, we should be able to get this camp just in time for them. So yeah, let's go get, actually we should be getting this one, as we do have the level advantage. So when you have the level advantage, you really want to push either their objectives or the neutral objectives, which are kind of like in the middle of the map, such as boss, or just something big that, because usually these are the best ones, right, strongest ones, and they do have Zagara top, so we have a really good and big advantage here, and this could really set us ahead of the game. So I'm gonna just volley them out here, just to let them know, hey, don't mess with us. Gonna nice volley on them over here, and oh, we are going to get taken out, unfortunately, by the Asmodan, who only has 2 coins. I almost read it as 20 coins, but they are getting extremely low. My team chasing them down, and it looks like Asmodan is going to get taken out. Joanna following through, able to pull in the Nubarak. He's going to be able to escape with his burrow, one of the best escapes in the game. Now, Zagara looking to do something, do a little bit of poking, but she's kind of exposing herself in a pretty dangerous way. Now the coins are up, and this is perfect for us because we do have a 4v3 situation However, we didn't split properly, and now there are 2 people on the red team up top getting those coins, and Joanna doing a good job of securing as many as she possibly can. Pulling in the Anubarak yet again, once again, same situation as before, going to be able to burrow away. Looks like Valla is going all in on the Jaina. She's going to sprint away, her only escape, but a great escape at that, rumored to be removed in the next patch or a future patch, and Joanna is going to be escaping with all 7 coins. Good job on that. Looks like bottom lane, the nice dunk from Asmodan to take out the enemy Zagara. So pretty awesome over here. Looks like they might be going for a boss. I just saw them head top, or they're going to be taking out that fortress, but it's all good. What we need to be doing now is make some sort of trade. We can't just let them have that for free. We need to take something to compensate for them going for that. So I'm going to opt to take these knights over here, or this bruiser camp rather, and we're going to start this. I leashed it, but it did retreat. I'm going to sit in here for vision, and we're going to range it down as that happens. We're going to be able to capture these. Now we can push as they are pushing that tower up there, but it's all good because the inner forts and keeps, as we did already get this one, but the inner ones are worth a lot more than the outer ones. So we're just gonna, oh, looks like Joanna's going to be able to catch this Valla out of position, and I don't know if she's going to be able to pull her in. Looks like she might not, but it's all good. We are, oh, she is slowed. Ooh. Well, could have potentially went for blood there, but I'm going to ping for this Merc camp over here, because not only might the enemies be here as they are, but we might be able to secure the Merc camp. Free Merc camp over here, boys. That is how it's done. Stealing Merc camps. You could also steal boss if your map awareness is good enough. Of course, these things happen. So yeah, we're going to spread out, try to catch this Nubrax. He does have 10 coins. Usually I'm not a fan of chasing down an enemy hero, but 10 coins, that is a crap ton of coins to be chasing down. And, you know, that could potentially be a turn-in, so whatever. We're not. Oh, he's going to try to back here, so I am going to... Oh, there we go, guys. Okay, so that could have ended really poorly if he did escape with... Oh, man. Oh, we're going to blood for blood him and be able to take him out barely, but I'm going to allow the tanks to take the most of the coins. We're going to head back over here. They haven't been able to turn in much at all due to my team having pretty good awareness. That's really, really what it comes down to. So going to volley over here, get a nice... Oh, a maul coming out from Zagara. Quite nice maul, but it does block us off, but not really enough to prevent us. So I'm going to see if I can actually get some nice damage out on them. Not going to be enough. Good dunk from Asmodan, able to follow through with some auto attacks, a Q hungering arrow, able to take out that Zagara. Now is the time we can potentially push down this core, as it is a 5v3 situation. We're about to hit level 20, so all the cards are in our favor right now. Very, very good for us. Just hit level 20. Going to pick up Nexus Frenzy for that extra auto attack damage as we are pushing down this core, potentially making an end game push. They did just have one of their heroes come up, so it is a 5v3 situation, but still way beneficial for us, and this is where it's at, boys. Okay, so we're gonna blood for blood this Asmodan, try to keep him away from the base if possible, able to take him out, and it looks like they are going to be forced to retreat. Keep them at bay with the volley. Nubarak going all in, doing everything he possibly can, but not enough to defend. Good game, guys. That is how it's done. So yeah, that is pretty much it. The Valla build, the multi-shot build in a nutshell. And I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like rating. I would truly appreciate it. Gonna be doing a beginner's guide for all heroes. And with that said, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching. Peace.